work when you don't get that money. Well, I'm going live just in case there's anybody out there wants to chat. You don't work, you don't get that money. All this shut-in stuff for the birds, but it is what it is. Wow. This is Monday, 7 o'clock. I got one showing up. Got one showing up. What is that spot on my hand? I get more bruises. Got 4 showing up. There's Jenny Coons and Trombone Player Man. Hello, folks. I'm just doing a impromptu live stream just in case anybody wants to chat. I know one thing, this is driving me nuts having to hang close to the house. I did go out today, but I didn't venture far. And hey, Dwayne T64, I was just looking at your channel this morning, my friend. I like that Eskimo knife you're making. But yeah, it's tough. But I have noticed there's some people that, of course, I know what it is to be a small business because I was like that for years. Hey, Lisa. By the way, Lisa, my stuffed shirt cousin, the one that runs that Pearson family page, he won't approve your invite. He told me, he said, this is for Pearson family, not Pearson family and friends. So, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't know there was, I know a lot of people that's on there that's not blood related. And a lot of in-laws are not blood related, but of course they're in-laws, you know. But no, I just thought it might be a good idea just to check in case anybody wants to chew the fat, or a matter of fact, if you want to co-host, just put up your email address and I'll send you an invite right now and you can co-host with me. Yeah, I shouldn't have went out today, but I did go out, and I decided to get back in after I realized I wasn't going to be able to go by something sitting on the curb without piddling in it. So yeah, he is the youngest grandchild. And I ain't afraid to say he's a stuffed shirt. And I don't mean it derogatory or anything, but he just is. He was the last grandchild of my grandparents. Hey, Granny Doe. Yep, Dobber Live. If anybody wants to co-host, put your email in there on the comments, and I'll send you a link right now. and you can help co-host. But yeah, I thought I could go out. Originally, what I said I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and I ain't going to do nothing but pick up trash, not garbage or anything, but just trash laying on the street and the road and stuff, and throw it in my wheelbarrow and bag it up later and put it out for trash. And that didn't work. I mean, I picked up a lot of trash, but every time I come by something, I couldn't resist picking in it. Hey, Jerry and Barb. Uh, but that'll be tomorrow's video. I didn't put up a video today. This is the longest I've gone up till today, without going outside even. Just driving. Hey, health nuts. Boy, you tell Marty I sure enjoyed that video of him and Alan out doing a little history tour of the town and everything. And he come up on one thing that's close and dear to my heart, and that's the Silverside submarine. I know a lot about that submarine. I know they were third, and all the submarines that the U.S. had, Silverside was the third in line for the most ships, Japanese ships sunk. They were third in line, and I think they were fourth in tonnage. But I know a lot about those submarines. I've done a lot of research on them things, and I'm kind of a World War II nut anyway. And boy, if I lived up there next to y'all, I'd be going out there probably a lot. But I sure enjoyed that video. It's rough now seeing things you can't get. Yeah. But yeah, Silverside was a really decorated submarine. They really were. You ought to go look at some of the. Go on there and look up the Silent Service and watch the Silverside episode. That's a true story they got in there about that. But yeah, folks, you can go outside. You just don't need to be up in anybody's face or anything. And I wasn't. I mean, I went around my neighborhood, and I went around the other neighborhood that goes up by Publix. I didn't go in Publix. I rode by in front of it to get to my other part that I go to. And I was picking up trash. Picking up a lot of trash. I even found a pink bottle, and I ain't found a pink bottle in a coon's age. It even had the lid. I still got a cough a little bit, not much, and kind of the sniffles. But I noticed up in the Chicago area that one of the Walmarts had 2 of their employees die from the coronavirus. And now I just found out they closed that Walmart. I guess because they're doing the major sanitizing of it or something, because there was 2 people worked back in the yeah, I would like to have a mask myself, Jeannie. I really would. Guys, I'm not going to get into preaching to anybody about anything. You believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. But, guys, when people get on there and using their channel and for something that is totally not what they're supposed to be doing, but they're throwing that in there now, and you gotta read between the lines. And don't believe it just because they say it. You believe it because you know it. And you don't know it if they're saying it, and you don't know that to be a fact. So just kind of watch that stuff, because there's a lot of crap out there now. And people even selling fake, supposedly those real good masks, and they're fake. And I think when all this is said and done, they ought to catch these people that's doing that and burn them a new one. And then people going around setting up testing sites that they're not even medical personnel or nothing. They don't have the tests. That I don't see the point of that. Are they charging them money or what? But it's mostly up north, so I don't know. I'm trying to keep up. Hey, Kat, how you doing, dear? Hey, Alan, I loved your video, my friend. I love that video, buddy. Especially the submarine part. If I was up there, if it was open, I'd be going in there. I'd put my fat butt down in there and take the tour. You can actually sleep on that submarine. Did you know that? Yes, you can. You can actually spend the night on it. Cullum family. It's 1 a.m. I have insomnia. You're in Africa, yeah. Oh dear, I wished I could give you some, Lisa. We've got. My daughter started every time there's some on the shelf. If she can get it, she gets it. Gets a pack. She don't take a whole bunch or anything like that. But we probably got 40 or 50 rolls right now. And we normally keep 48 rolls a month. Not that we use that much, but we normally get equivalent to 48 rolls a month. I'm feeling good. Just this nagging little cough, and I noticed where the British Prime Minister is in intensive care with the coronavirus now. Boris, I can't remember his last name. But yeah, he's first head of state, I guess, that's got it. Trump's been tested a couple of times and he comes back negative. But we just and he sees a lot of people, and you don't know if somebody's been exposed to it or not. And my daughter and my middle grandson is the only risk for exposure to our household. And Walmart, they're talking all this crap that they're doing and this and everything, and they're not doing it. They are not doing it. And then they're talking this stuff about everybody's getting a $300 bonus thing. And here's the kicker on that. Walmart has this policy of probably not as popular, but it was pretty daggone popular to me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. But Boris Johnson, yeah, and Prince Charles. So sad about Boris Johnson, and Prince Charles recovered. And Charles, he's the old man. Yeah, well, he's not the oldest old man. Philip's the old man. But yeah, he recovered. And there was a 95-year-old World War II veteran that recovered from it. And there was a 95-year-old woman that recovered from it. So just because they get it, all's not lost. But yeah, they got Walmart's got this thing. If you call in sick or something, you get a point. And if you get, I'm not sure how many points it is, but if you get 5 points, you're terminated. And even somebody like my daughter that's been there a while, I think 5 years, she's going on 6 years. But if you got points, you only get a portion of that stimulus thing from Walmart. You don't get the whole $300. That's not right. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. But they're talking all this stuff about putting one-way markers on the floor. You can only go up and down the aisles in a certain order, and they're only going to let 20%. In other words, they go by the amount of floor space you got, and which means you're going to be at a 20% capacity. They're supposed to be letting so many in, and then they don't let no more in till somebody goes out there and exit. Then they let another one come in. And they're not doing that. No way, no how. They're not doing it. And the employees can't say nothing about it because they'll get fired. So Walmart, they're sneaky snakes. Yes, they are. And like my grandson, the middle one that works at Wawa, they're paying him $2 more an hour as long as this thing goes on, as called hazardous pay. And he got something else, a big bonus. I'm not sure what it was. Matter of fact, he just yesterday when he went to work, he had to pull a double shift because when it come time for him to get off, the whole next shift called in sick. Didn't come in, so he had to stay. That was tough. That was tough. But what's the picture on your shirt? Oh, that's that's I got my pants on. Yeah. I can't remember. That here, I'll stand up and show you. Maybe you can see it. You have to. It's grumpy. I'm always grumpy. I have to make sure I have my pants. Sometimes I get comfortable. Hey, this is a guy house. The only lady around's my daughter. Our Walmart is doing limit on people in. Well, boy, they sure ain't doing it here in Florida, or these three stores here, and that's in our town. We got three here. I'm grumpy. Oh man. But that's what they should be doing, but they ain't doing it at all of them. And Florida's one of the worst states for this virus. You would think they would do it, but they're not doing it, and they're not being fair with those stimulus things they said they was giving all their employees. And I can understand the point system. That's for people that just to keep them from just laying out at the drop of a hat, not going to work. And my daughter has like 2 points, and she was sick both times. She was sick, but she still got the points because they call it unexcused absence. Same in Connecticut, but one town over, the kids are sitting shoulder to shoulder playing basketball. third death, and you know that a lot of people is not taking this serious. A lot of people aren't. Uh, my sister's working in a hospital in Florida. She is the lead cook in the cafeteria. Well, she has to be there. There's only 6 dwarfs now. Sneezy was thrown out. Okay. Anyway, they're here in Washington and no school for the rest of the year. That's pretty much what's going on here. My baby's in there now doing lessons. They if you didn't have a laptop of your own, the school would furnish you a laptop, and they give him a laptop, and he's in there doing his lessons. We're gonna have to keep after him though, watch him, cause well, I don't know, maybe not, maybe he wants to do it, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see whether he does, but I have a sneaking idea it may get old. I crack her up. Granny Doe says I crack her up. uh, let's see, what else am I here? Call family. Thumbs up, yeah, give me some thumbs up, folks. I'm sitting on pins and needles about this $1,200 stimulus. I'm My daughter says she don't think that would happen, but I was telling y'all the other day about this thing with FEMA when they claimed they sent me $10,000 too much money, but they claimed it about a year later after we put everything back into the house for repairs, and I didn't have it to pay that back, and that's been against me. Matter of fact, I had something coming from the tax people. I wasn't getting any income tax back, but at that particular year, I had something coming back where I overpaid, and they wouldn't give it to me because they put it towards that $10,000. And then they tried to take it on my Social Security till they found out I was under the threshold where they couldn't take anything if I was below a certain amount. And I'm just wondering if they'll try and snatch that $1,200 stimulus. It wouldn't surprise me a bit. I don't know. But to send you that, they sent me 3 different checks: a 5,000, a 10,000 and change, and another 10,000. 3 different checks. Now, how am I supposed to know one of those is an overpayment? There was no way to know. I'm just figuring, that's what they kept coming up with, for me to repair my roof and to repair that ceiling inside. And we had a lot of water damage and carpet, but she feels sorry for the kids who don't have the parental help or online help from teachers. They say are going to lose a whole year. It's sad. It sure is. It sure is that. I've been scrapping about 2 years now. I was doing woodworking before that. Then I decided that I was going to be around them machines. I didn't need to be around them. People said that you're too old for that, and I got rid of everything, and I wished 1,000 times I didn't. I've been scrapping for about 2 years, but now I'm fixing to cut it all out except the cans and some other odd and ends, like something I saw today. I did pick it up, and I'm sitting there. You can hear me mumbling about it. It'll be in tomorrow's video. I'm like, I said, this stuff shouldn't be popping up in here. It's not even a trash day, and that stuff's sitting there. And I got it, and the some things that really, some books that really interested me, and I got the books, but I sprayed them. Yeah, I seen him peeping by. He's not used to me doing a live stream on a weekday. But no, there's no. Lisa said, "Hey Jay, you done with your lessons?" Pat, is that Riccaboni? Riccaboni, that sounds Italian. Riccaboni. Hey, Pat. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Sounds Italian. Yep, it is. It is that. Well, I'll tell you what. Back in the day, there was a lot of Italians coming to the USA, coming by way of Ellis Island and all that stuff. It sure was that. From PA. Okay, Cullen family, it is the middle of the night for you guys. Go to bed, my friend, and have a nice day for you tomorrow. C-section. The baby is a breech. But way back in the day, what did they do when they couldn't do those C-sections and stuff? I guess they couldn't do them. Were they just stillborn or something, or maybe the woman died? I don't know. Something to think about. Yeah, there's a lot of Italians in PA, and there's a lot of Dutch. A lot of Dutch. I guess that's where the saying Pennsylvania Dutch come from. But crazy family, I was thinking about that. Boy, this Marty and Alan not being able to go out and dumpster dive, boy, that just is putting a big hole in y'all's videos. A big hole. I hope this doesn't last long. Now they're saying, but there again, we don't know. All we know is what they're saying. We don't know if it's going to be true or not. We just don't have a clue. But they're saying this week coming up is going to be. Now I don't know if we're talking about this week we're in or the next week. That it's going to be. That it's going to be peaking or leveling off, whatever that means. President said we're going to, the worst is yet to come. I don't know. All I know, Walmart ought to be giving me and my baby grandson hazard pay because my daughter, she's on the front lines there. You know, but if she gets it, we'll probably get it. Or my middle grandson, if he gets it, we'll probably get it. So that's the way I look at it anyway. But I thought about whether I want to do this live or not, but guys, I didn't know if y'all want Tina Box. Thank you. Oh, CFT. I got tongue twister on that the other day. I have to drink some water. Y'all be sure and watch that video tomorrow because I started out, I wasn't going to dig in nothing. I wasn't going to dig. So I guess the best thing for me is not to go out on the street and get a breath of fresh air. Because if I'm going to run into something, it's going to be really, really hard not to get. And that one place, my Lord, and there's stuff. Let me show you something. I'll sanitize this. This was in a box. It's all about wildlife fact file. It's all about different animals and stuff like that. And I am naturally curious about anything that I don't know anything about. And there's a ton of this stuff in here. It's even got extinct animals in there. And to me, this is, I mean, I like to read encyclopedias, folks. That's how, I don't know. But that was in where all them books is at, and there's a nice base, and there was a complete blender set up and everything, and I throwed all that in the trailer and hauled butt down to Lawrence to the yard sale lady and left it there for her. Yeah, I bet Marty is having a hard time not peeking in. You can peek, but trouble with peeking with me, if I peek and I see something I like, the next step is reach in there and get it. I mean, that to me, that's just hard. That's just hard for me to go by. It just is. I did pick up a few cans, that was laying around. Not many, but mostly just trash. And one spot I stopped at just as I was about to get back home, and there's a big old tote there, and it was packed full of electric Christmas lights. And of course, I dumped the whole batch in my trailer. And I use hand sanitizer and all that stuff. But I forget how much a pound that stuff brings at the scrapyard, but it's pretty easy money. You don't have to do nothing to them. But Lisa, what part of Pennsylvania are you from? Yeah, Lisa, what part are you from? Thanks for that picture of you, Lisa. Folks, send me pictures of y'all to my email, because I'm trying to make a whole board over here with all my subscribers on it. It's going to be like a collage. I want to do it, and I'm hoping I've got some photo editing software that was very expensive when I bought it. It was like $300, but it's back when I was doing photography and I was having to edit a lot of the photos and stuff. And I don't know if I can still wrap my head around that stuff, but I would love to make pictures like of me and like Lisa here, and have me and Lisa in the same photo. Looks like we're there together. I like to do stuff like that. I don't know if I can wrap my brain around it now or not. Probably not. Probably not. I could take out all the background and just leave the face or the body or whatever, Yeah, I could do all of that, but it's been 10 years. And there's Frugal Granny. Hey, y'all, right back at you, Frugal. Yeah. But yeah, now I won't do another live until Thursday night. I'm not going to do one tomorrow night. I'm not going to do one. Cupcake Girl. I appreciate it, dear. I appreciate it. I get a lot of subscribers from Crazy Family Tube. I sure do. And they're great people. Great people. Yes, I got the picture, dear. I sure did. And I'm working on the collage, but I need a lot more pictures than what I've got. Some of you I can go, if you got videos out, sometimes I can go on there and snag a picture, but they're not very good when I do it that way. It's best if you just send one to junkdobber@gmail.com, and that way I've got a nice clear photo. And there's Darlene. Darlene and Christy, are you working or are you staying home or what's the deal there? I would imagine it's play by ear sort of thing, isn't it? I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. How many? Oh, I've got 24 in the house. Oh boy. I feel like I'm pooping in high cotton. Oh, that video coming out tomorrow, I'm explaining to you about how do I put this? Well, it's about three boys way back in the day, three cousins. We was pretending we was camping out one day and we stayed in the woods all day. And we had to do number one several times, but boys do that, all the time. But we had to do number two, and we had no toilet paper, so you be sure and watch that. Oh gosh. Hey Terry, glad I seen you, dear. Who is that right there? Lily. Hey Lily, who are you, dear? I don't recall seeing you before. Lily, are you a subscriber, dear? I hope you are. I hope you are. I don't know. I haven't seen that name before. I'm pretty sure I would remember that. That sounds Oriental type, maybe, yeah. But you never know about all those the Orientals. That covers a whole lot of people, I'm assuming that Laotian, Vietnamese, and Laos and Japanese, all that's considered Oriental, I guess. I don't want to insult anybody, but I guess it is. I guess it is. Lily, where are you, dear? Well, maybe I shouldn't say dear. I know if you're a man or a woman. Health Nut says, hello, it's so easy to offend people if you don't know names, and you don't. It's kind of hard, especially on some of the people on the other side of the world, like in Japan and China, and you don't know. It's hard for me to tell if it's a man or a woman's name. Very hard. But where is Lila? Come back in there. Marty and Christy sent y'all to my channel. I appreciate it. It's like I keep saying, I get a lot of nice people from Marty and Christy, and they're my grandbabies, Have you heard any more from Willa? No, I sure haven't. I'm gonna send her an email tonight, and see how she's doing. But she was having a problem. She could come on this, but it wouldn't allow her to comment. and she's waiting on somebody to get with her and explain to her how to fix that. That's what that is. Yeah, I love them too, buddy. I tell you, they uh, that's my go-to family. If I got things on my mind or stuff, yeah, I sure wished I could be sitting in their living room. If that dog, if Blue would let me sit down there, he'd probably hog the sofa. The other day, about 5 days ago, I bought me a bag of little taters, little potatoes. Um, and I got to eat one meal out of them, and they're expensive. You know, they're $4 for the bag, and they're not 5 pounds; they're like 3 pounds. And I got to eat one meal out of them, and I left them sitting on the counter. And the next night, I went to fix me some more, and they were gone. And I'm almost gonna bet you somehow or another them suckers got thrown in the trash, because they haven't turned up yet. My daughter can't find them. My grandson says he don't know what happened to them. Said the last he saw, they were sitting on the counter by the microwave. And I sure would. My daughter don't go to work tonight, uh, so she won't be able to get me none there. But I sure would like. I love them things. What I do, I take about 5 or 6 of them. They're about the size of golf balls. If the, some of them not even that big, and I dip them in olive oil. And then I just put them in a little bowl, and I put them in the microwave, and I microwave them for 4.5 minutes, and they are perfect. Then when I get them out, I take and slice them. Or I got a little chopper thing I chop them with, not real small pieces, and then I put some butter on them, and a little salt and a little pepper. Those things are delicious. Uh, but can't find them, and it was just killing me today not to go in Publix. And I knew would want to go in if I went by there, so I didn't bring my wallet with me. I left it home. That way I knew I would have no reason to go in there because I couldn't buy anything. But I sure would. Entire roasted chicken off the counter, bones and all. Oh, okay. Who said I'm a flirt? Who am I flirting with? I flirt with, I'll tell you who I flirt with. I flirt with Maggie somewhat, and I really flirt with It's a Dingbat World, Tammy. I love to flirt with her. But I don't. If my daughter says I flirt with everybody, but maybe I do. It's what potato sticks. No, potato sticks and things I get from Dollar General, and they're little. Didn't you call them a cross between a French fry and a potato chip? I never heard them described like that before, but I love them things. The only thing is, I try, if I can get the low salt, I get the low salt. But those aren't as good as the regular salted ones. But I love them things. My goodness. And I'll tell you something else I like. I like uh, chips. I've got food processor. It's in here in my room. I don't leave it out there because parts might get lost from it or something. But I got it in here, and I put a potato in there and I slice them. It doesn't slice them as thin as a potato chip, but they're pretty thin. And I love to fry them things up in not crispy, but I like to fry them up in bacon grease and some onions. My goodness. Yeah, I got some what was in the bag that got thrown away. The small I call them new potatoes. They're potatoes about the size of a golf ball. And if you haven't been raised in the country, that's what you always call them, new potatoes. Because you'd go out there in the garden and you'd reach down there around the roots before you start pulling up the others and get some of them tiny ones. And they're new potatoes. You take them in there and fix them up. And they're very tasty, very tender. That was what's in the bag. And I don't know if it got thrown away or not, but it's so far it ain't showed back up. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened. And it won't be the first time that's happened around here. I found stuff in the trash before that I couldn't believe was in there. But that's my grandson. You know, he's the one with cerebral palsy. He does the best he can, and he's kind of the not the chief cook, but he's the cook and bottle washer around here. That's kind of his job. He takes care of the kitchen, and my job supposedly is to take care of this bathroom right next to my bedroom. And I'm gonna have to start doing that because my daughter asked me, she says, "What happened to you taking care of the bathroom?" But right now, if I take care of it, there's certain things I'm gonna need. No bacon grease in years, unfortunately. Well, guys, I know the bacon grease is bad for you, and I probably got two cans in the refrigerator right now. And one of them's about half full, the other one is full of bacon grease. And when I buy the hog jaw, it's sliced, I fry some of that up in pieces to put in scrambled eggs and stuff. But all the grease from that I pour into that can because we use it a lot. Now my daughter fixes green beans, string beans and stuff. She'll put that stuff in a pan and cover it, but she's got bacon grease poured on some of it and cooks them things probably 20, maybe longer than that. And they are delicious. And none of them's ever left over. Never. That and her meatloaf. None's never left over. And she fixes a big meatloaf. And it's left over, but today it's gone. The next day it's gone. And if you get in there early and get you some the next day, you're not going to get none. You're not going to get none. This family's a meat and potato family, I'll tell you that. Of course, they like pizzas too, and I hate them things. I'll eat one, but I don't like them. I wouldn't go out of my way to get one. Years ago, we didn't have vegetable. We had bacon grease and lard. Yeah, that's the truth. Years ago, it was bacon grease and lard. And I remember when I don't know how my grandmama cooked. I know she was using vegetable shortening, but I don't know what she used before that. She was a Seventh-day Adventist. But I don't know what she would have used before that. We used to get in more trouble when we were staying at Grandmama's to come in there with something that had lard or bacon grease on it. Or if we was at somebody else's house, but we were staying with Grandma, and they had like pork chops or something on the table, we got some real hard looks if we even looked like we was gonna reach for one of them pork chops. Many times. I've been known to hide one though and eat that thing. I wasn't a Seventh Day Adventist. I was raised as one, but I wasn't. You know, they sent me to a Seventh Day Adventist private school. This is all back before my mom, before she left in '51. You know, me and my older sister and brother, we were staying with other relatives and stuff. And uh, I'm gonna quit talking bad about my mama. It don't accomplish nothing. It is what it is. Uh, but yeah, now mama, she liked to fix these fresh hams, not a smoked one, and I love the fresh ham. I love them things. But that was at our house, even though we were going to a Seventh Day Adventist school, and that was because of Grandma. Grandma was a Seventh Day Adventist, and she insisted that we go to a Seventh Day Adventist school. And we did up till 19. I remember the big old pot full of pork fat rendering it down. Yeah, I remember that too. Crisco, yeah, that's what she was using. That's what she was using. That's what my brother got a spanking for. She sent him across the street to get some Crisco at this little country store, and he come back with a box of lard. She switched his skin a little bit, and he had to run back over there, take that back, and get the Crisco. Terry said she's only 59, but I was taught to cook the old time home style way. I use bacon grease in my green beans with onions. Yep, sure do that. I'd rave over them too, dear. Cat says she's older than dirt. I thought I was older than dirt. I'm in my 80th year, Cat. Where are you at? She might not tell. She might not tell. Don't ask a lady her age. Dobber, don't do that. Okay. All right, guys. I've talked about an hour, and uh, I still don't know if I should be doing these extra live streams or not, but I'm gonna do it again Thursday. Um, Cat says she's 68. Oh, I wished I was 68 now. I was in good shape when I was 68. Matter of fact, let's see, 68. No, that was after my Walmart days when I was working at Walmart. Yeah, and render pork skins for lard. Yeah, you could get it that way. Crisco, Martha White, self-rising flour, and buttermilk best biscuits. And Frugal Granny 62. All right, Christy, I love you, dear. I'll talk to you later or something. All right, guys, I'm thinking I'm gonna cut it off. I've been here an hour. Gosh, there's still 24 people here. Anybody got any questions or anything? If you do, pop them up right quick. I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, why not do the live? Lisa Kleckner, why not do the live stream? I don't know why not. You know, I don't want to be overbearing. You know, Darrell Hauser, I figured you was about, really? I wish. Shoot. I was kind of lean. Six, gee whiz. It's been a while since I was in my 60s. And I ain't taking no wooden nickels. But yeah, I'm probably going to do another live stream about 7 o'clock Thursday night. And God knows I love all of you folks, and I'm so glad I got y'all to kind of lean on your shoulder. And y'all can lean on mine if you want to. I don't care. And there again, my email is junkdobber@gmail.com if you want to shoot me a note or something telling me you want to do a live stream, a private live stream, we'll do it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Love you. And I've been going, what, 55 minutes and 50 seconds. I'll see you later. Come on. Now, don't it? What you doing?